Hey everyone, welcome back to Gear Glazers. I'm Kyle, and this is Mike, aka Captain Mike, and today we're filming the Glaze Report.
Glaze Report.
Alright, so we're just going to talk about some of the news that came up these past few weeks in the automotive world. Mike, what are we starting with?
I'm going to give you some headlines. I want some reactions. Tell me just baseline, what does this speak to you? The cheapest Cybertruck is now almost $100,000, up from 60 grand.
Wait, I don't understand. They made it more expensive?
So not only did they raise the price of the all-wheel drive Cybertruck by $20,000, they also discontinued the base model rear-wheel drive Cybertruck. So that was at the $60,000 price point. The all-wheel drive was at the $70,000. Both those are gone, and now the cheapest Cybertruck is $90,000.
So, I mean, let's talk real quick. I don't want to touch on this for a long time, but like EV premium pickup truck pricing. The Hummer did the same thing.
Yeah.
Isn't it that you start with the most expensive version and you work down from there? Because
Theoretically.
everyone who wants to buy the car is just going to buy it in its most expensive trim and then work down.
Mm-hmm.
But they've done the opposite.
Right, but I think that this isn't a case of bad fiscal strategy as far as like marketing and pricing the vehicle. I think this is the reality of the current economy and what it costs to actually make these things.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think that $100,000 is kind of what you expect to pay for this car anyways.
Right.
And I think that, like, if you're buying this car, you want some people to be priced out of it.
Sure,
like, you don't want everyone to be able to afford this. So, like, honestly, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, you're buying a meme. Who cares?
That's true. It is kind of like a refocusing of the market for this car, because this kind of felt like it was going to be the new F-150, the new, like, standard for a truck.
Nope.
But that's not what it ended up being.
This is OG Hummer H2. That's what this is.
True.
This is like, I have a big badass truck that is kind of for celebrities, but kind of not. Like, that's exactly what this is.
And the Hummer was supposed to be a utility vehicle, but it ended up being a luxury vehicle, and that's the same exact thing happening with this.
Yeah.
Huh. It's a repeat of Hummer. History does repeat itself.
Revamp of the Hummer H2.
That's crazy. All right, so the famous car part manufacturer Recaro is going bankrupt.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I haven't heard anyone talk about their Recaro seats in 10 years. Like, okay, so they've got some, like, Mustang owners talk about them sometimes.
Sure, yeah.
They've got, like, a Mustang GT package with some Recaros in there, which is sick. But, like, dude, where else do you hear this? Tell you where you don't hear this. JDM manufacturers.
It's true.
Let me put it this way. If you were to get a car with Recaro seats 20 years ago, 15 years ago even, it would have been like, wow, this is a very premium, sick experience. If you're to get a car with Recaro seats today, you'd be like, I got ripped off.
It's true.
I got ripped off, bro.
Because sports car owners don't actually want a lightweight, strictly performance car. They still expect it to come with multi-directional seats that are heated and cooled and all these great features, and they need to have bolstered airbags in the sides, and Recaro didn't grow into that need. They kept providing the same legacy product.
That's a fact. We're past that.
So, auto repossessions have soared. Basically, 23% more cars are being repossessed this year than last year.
So far.
So far, yeah.
How do I buy those?
Yeah, where do I cop all these repossessed cars?
How do I get my hands on one of those things? Is there like because like when you're buying a house, you can go to like foreclosure auctions.
Right, yeah.
Can I go to like a repossession auction?
Dude, I want to buy them right off the truck. As soon as they're towed, let me throw money at you. Let me buy you out of that loan.
Dude, that'd be great. That'd be great. Well, it tells us that the used car market is having a correction, which we've all known. We're all going to have to see how steep that thing is because, okay, look, no one wanted super expensive, $100,000 dealer markup nonsense. But we also don't want a complete collapse because then the cars we all own today will be worth nothing. So, like, where's the floor for this thing? I'm good staying right here.
I actually don't think that this speaks to the state of the car market as much as it speaks to the change in the state of the car market. Like you said, the dealer markups and interest rate changes have caused people to end up with auto loans that
are just way too expensive.
That are way too expensive, and now that the car market is recorrecting, you're immediately underwater on your loan because your car is worth $10,000 less than it was supposed to be.
100%.
So it makes sense. Like, you don't want to keep making payments on a car that you're gonna lose tens of thousands of dollars paying off anyway.
I agree.
All right, so this next one isn't actually an article from like a credible news source. This is coming from a Reddit user who's just been taking a look at the car market and Mustangs in particular, and he's saying that the next GT is going to be $5,000 more than the previous GT, despite the fact that there haven't been any upgrades. And a completely spec'd up Mustang can cost you upwards of 90 grand, which in people's minds, Mustangs for the last 10-15 years have been a $30,000 to $40,000 car. So how did we get here to where we're spending 90 grand on a Mustang?
Yeah, but you're also, like, you're adding a lot of things onto that car to end up at that 90 grand, and you can still get a much cheaper base Mustang GT. So what's it going to start at right now, 45?
Yeah, the Mustang GT starts at 45, with the fastback being 45.4 and the GT Premium being 49.8.
One of the Reddit users I saw on the post that you said was talking about, like, the competition. And I mean, they're right. Like, there's just really not a lot of competition in that range. You are getting dangerously close to, but you know, there are other cars in that territory. I'm scared to say that word.
We need like a Voldemort for the C8 Corvette.
Like, he's glazing the C8. But yeah, I mean, like, in that category, it's definitely better than all of its competitors. It's always been way, like, highly underpriced, and so, like, I don't think they're gonna see a big hit from that. Cars are also just getting more expensive across the board. The problem is you are getting into European cars now.
Yeah.
And that's where I don't know.
You don't want to be there.
You don't want to be there. You don't want to be competing with AMGs and M-Class cars, because now that's a tough conversation to have.
It doesn't matter if you eke out a 1 second faster track time, you're not going to get somebody to buy a dark horse over an M4.
Yeah. I guess that's some of the news that happened this week, or this past few weeks. There's some exciting stuff coming down the line that we're going to get to, like the new Huracan coming out.
True.
New Huracan replacement, I should say.
Yeah, we'll have a react up for that release so that we can go through all the dope details about the new Huracan replacement.
Yeah. And with that said, thanks for watching, guys.